Ugh. Yo, this. Oh, why does that look so bright on my face? God damn. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't need that, yo. Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is Swift Learn Along with your boy Tyrone, aka Nico, aka Slim Chicken, aka whatever. We're gonna get started in just a second. I'm having a couple of issues, man. I get so frustrated. I don't want to start out today negative. We're gonna be positive. We're gonna learn, but god damn it, Mac OS keeps coming for that ass, dude. I there's always something fucking wrong with it. I'm really tired of this narrative. I'm not a Windows fanboy by any stretch. I use Linux, Ubuntu, by the way, Mac OS, obviously, and Windows literally every day, and I depend on them. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. I don't mind people telling the truth about shit, but tell the truth. Mac OS is garbage. I'm sorry. No, okay, it's not garbage. It's very frustrating. There's just a bunch of weird shit that happens. Shit breaks all the time, far more often than it does on Windows. And I've already told you guys how I feel about the window navigation, how shitty it is. It's shitty. It is shitty. Come on, man, it's shitty. Now, I will say, I always try to be fair. So if you want a MacBook and you like using it like a laptop, like a laptop, carry it around, use the laptop screen, it's good hardware, no doubt. I don't, the keyboard is not my style, but I use this fucking alien thing. Okay, so it's no keyboard is my style, and I've done that to myself. So I'll take that one. It's not an L for me because I had to do it because I had wrist pain. This is an ergonomic keyboard. So I mean that's fine. I'm not gonna hold that against. But can't tell me ever since they went on their own chip, just shit is just weird. There's a lot of weird shit that happens. It's not nearly as stable. I guess that makes sense, but fuck, dude. Like it's really frustrating. Like weird shit. Like I can't even change. It seems like if I even change something I got plugged into the hub, it fucks the whole game up. I got to start the whole thing over, start the whole system over. I don't know what it is about reasoning about whatever. I don't know enough to even speak on it, so I'm just gonna say that as a user, I'm frustrated. Frustrated. Okay, but none of that matters now because that's kind of the point of programming, right? If you don't like it, if I can learn it and then write something better, bitch, quit complaining. That's what I gotta say to myself. So anyway, back to positivity. We're gonna get started. Let's. Well, okay. So if you're coming into this brand new, welcome. Drop me a sub, follow along. What we're doing, we're on episode 4 of the Swift Learn Along. We're gonna work all the way through this book. We're about an eighth of the way, a little over an eighth of the way through this book, and so far so good. If you want to learn, follow along. I said this at the beginning of the last stream. I'm gonna say it at the beginning of this stream and the next one and the next one. I have this. I have a goal in mind. I have a application that I want to build. I'm coming from a space where I worked for a company that was in the ERP space. If you don't know what ERP is, basically like think about Microsoft Dynamics, NetSuite, SAP, big enterprise programs like that that handle the whole accounting structure. You got your general ledger, purchasing module, AR module, sales order module, purchasing module, inventory control, all that shit. I worked in and around all of that, and Throughout that process, a little over 10 years, taught myself to program in a number of languages. Nothing too deep, mostly working like mostly data-driven programs, but never like a full-fledged wrote it myself desktop application, which is now what I want to do. And which is why I chose Swift. My Well, first of all, okay, the iOS platform is very attractive to me. I've always wanted to just like make fun little games and random stuff that I thought would be cool. So there's that draw. It's also a very profitable platform in terms of like if you want to be an indie dev, which that's what I'm gonna do. Um, it's also a good route to take. And then if you haven't been keeping pace, Swift on the server, which is just, I mean, it's in the name, right? Literally Swift, Swift on the server, meaning Swift being used to build applications for other platforms other than Apple's platforms. And the answer is like, yeah, it's totally ready for that. It can do that. Now, and this is a cool thing that if you want to check, I'm not going to go find it again, but I put in the stream at the beginning of episode 3 a video. Um, Whatever, just go look. It's like in the first 2 minutes of it if you want to see it, or you can just search it. But just yeah, if you just search on YouTube for Swift on the server, I think I searched for State of Swift on the server, something like that. Anyway, there was a presentation given about a year ago, and if you have any concerns about, Swift's viability in terms of, like, is it ready for use other than building Apple platform apps? Go watch that and you'll feel better about it. I was struggling with that too, but that presentation will step you through programs that are using it and at what scale, to what degree, the roadmap. Honestly, I don't see, like, okay, think of it this way. Apple themselves are running Swift to power iCloud. If your app idea does not have, I'll say, the prospect of becoming a bigger, more scaled solution than iCloud, then you're probably okay. You know what I'm saying? So I almost always, people, whenever you're about to start choosing a new language or writing a new program, whatever, most of the time, and I'm using myself as anecdotal evidence here, but yeah, most of the time, any of your optimizations you're thinking of, any of the performance issues you're thinking of, man, it's overblown, it's overstated, and not only that, but you should probably focus on writing the program first. Vet the idea first, get it made, get it built. Don't if you hamper yourself by thinking about all the what ifs, down the line, or you wait for the perfect time down the line. And I'm talking to myself. I used to do this all the time. I'm trying to take a different approach here, which is why I'm going with Swift. And yeah, I just think it hit the that middle mark, that perfect middle mark between performance and what's it called performance and ergonomics, basically. How easy is it to produce code in it, understand it, learn it, all that stuff. My experience mostly was in Golang and SQL, a little bit of OCaml, obviously JavaScript. I've written a number of front end stuff. But yeah, I'm liking Swift so far. We're not that far in, like I said, 110 pages in. We're learning about switch statements currently. So now we get to the part where we recap, and then I'll actually, dig in and get started. But hold on, wait, control. Oh, I added this too. So just in case if you're curious, um, when you see the keys popping at the bottom of the bottom right hand corner, it's only going to show when I'm doing like regular typing won't show up, but if I do anything with like a special key command or whatever, whoa, what just happened? I just Oh, okay, Command D, duplicate. Cool. I didn't know that, but yeah. So if you see it down there, that's why it's only showing up sometimes. It's only when I do, especially. Okay, so we learned about switch statements yesterday and case statements and this little very handy little range thingamajig here. So you can do 500 dot 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 all the way through the end of your range, which is nice because in Go, every now and again, since I've written Go before, I'm just curious how these kind of measure up. So every now and again, I'll take a snippet that we write here from the book and then go compare it to Go, just because I'm curious, just because I want to do it. And yeah, anyway, one of the cool things that I came across yesterday was where did my sample go? Oh yeah. So right, so in Swift you can do this, right? 500 through 505, oops, and it will just understand that your range is 500, 501, 502, 503, 504, and 505. That's really nice, especially for the kind of apps that I'm going to write because I'm going to use switch statements and fall through all the time, which are two things we covered yesterday. But in Go, you have to do this, literally like just everything that you could possibly want, all your case conditions, you just got to list them out, all of them. Uh, Obviously, you could use a program to just like, spit them all out, but that would be like that's nasty work, you know. Like from a code perspective, like if you're really trying to track a ton of things, that or you'd have to bring in an array or something like that, or you reference some array that you define elsewhere. I don't know. I just like this a lot. So Swift is it's proven to be very ergonomic in that sense, and it's just been wins all around. So far, nothing has really struck me as like disgusting or like, dear God, why? Um, but I'm keeping an open mind in both directions, right? So we're going to be honest and assess things honestly. But if you see me comparing things like Golang or whatever or any other language, that's just purely out of curiosity. Okay, so that's what we learned, and I'm having fun with it. And now we're going to get into learning mode right after this ad break. No I'm kidding. No, but I'm just gonna get some water. Okay, Perucci. All right, switch. Get to reading. Maybe I don't need all this room. Little more sidebar. That should be big enough. Let me see. Is that? Oh, that's plenty big. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so we're on this page. So switch versus if else. Switch statements are primarily useful for comparing a value against a number of potentially matching cases. If else statements, wait. Switch statements are primarily useful for comparing a value against a number of potentially matching cases. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and this is a great example because most of what people are building are web applications these days, or if you're building something like AWS Lambda going through the API gateway, I can tell you right now, something like this, you're gonna need to know how to write. Yeah, because you're gonna do a lot of this. Boy, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, so learn those HTTP codes. And I told y'all yesterday, it's covered now, but yeah, there's a book if you need to learn, just like if you're super new to programming or just computers in general, and you find that a lot of the stuff that people are saying, you just kind of don't know what they are or what they're talking about, like concepts beyond programming, but they involve programming, like things like HTTP codes or writing to the disk or, references to how hardware works or, how memory works, RAM. Um, if you find yourself lacking with that kind of what I would call foundational knowledge, the kind of stuff that you would learn if you were to go the traditional CS route, computer science, and go get a degree, right? That's more the stuff you're going to learn, not how to actually write programs. But it's useful knowledge, and you should know it. You'll need to know it. You'll need to understand it to some degree. Anyway, there's a book called Secret Life of Programs. No tie to me. I don't know who the author is, but it's a great book, and I learned a lot. And I would encourage you to find that book, pay for it, and read it. And every now and again, just kind of go back to the well because there's some pretty complex stuff in there. I mean, it gets down to the nitty gritty data types and how they're converted and how memory works, how computers work in general. You're not going to understand all of it. You just won't, but it will help you. Promise you that. And it's money well spent. I think it was like 45 bucks. But yeah, Secret Life of Programs. Look it up. Okay, switch statements are primarily useful for comparing a value against a number of potentially matching cases. If-else statements, on the other hand, are best for checking against a single condition. Switch also offers a number of powerful features that allow you to match against ranges, bind values to local constants or variables, and match patterns in tuples, to name just a few features covered in this chapter. Yeah, we did cover all that. That's right. So we did cover tuples too, which, yeah, that's a tuple right there. And so you can do it either way. You can either say, uh, like you don't have to name them, but it helps to, because then if you do so, you see here we can reference it by name. Otherwise, we had to do without naming it. If we just call it in the tuple just like that, then we have to do this based off the index. So error dot zero would give me, because it starts from zero. So this would be index zero, or position zero, position one. So error dot zero and then error dot one, which is valid code. Command Shift Enter. Wait. Oh yeah, it's about to run. It's waking up. Yeah, so see, so it works, but the notion is once your code gets larger, it's going to be hard to, because in this sense, you're having to just know that in order, okay, 0, 1, easy enough, but what about when this gets longer or there's more of them, yada, yada, yada. You get the picture. So in this sense, I would just say write it like this regardless. Name your shit, man. Definitely name your shit. And then we also learned this temporary. So inside the scope of the switch statement itself, you can define this temporary um, variable here, case let code. Pretty sweet. And then use string interpolation to get it into a string that we can show the user, which is what we did. Yeah, down here. Okay. Uh, yeah, there was a lot of stuff covered. Okay, so sometimes you might be tempted to use a switch statement on a value that could potentially match against any number of cases. Sometimes you might be twins. Any number of cases. But you really only care about one of them. For example, imagine checking an age constant when you are looking for a specific demographic, ages 18 to 35. Go ahead and write a switch statement with a single case to accomplish this. Okay. Where? Let age equal 20, 25. Yeah. Switch age case 18 through 35. And if it's a match, print this string, cool demographic. And then we know that switch statements, the compiler will force you to make them exhaustive. So that means either it has to match something, basically. It won't let you write some kind of get you into an infinite loop scenario, at least not in this sense. So the default will be break. Oh, that's cool. So they do have an explicit break. And what they detailed yesterday, another thing that I just saw coming back to me now. So apparently in older language or traditional style older languages, I would say, in switch statements, since these are nothing new, what the book told us is that Swift is a little different in that once you, well, actually, this is a better example, but so it does matter what sequence you write things in Swift, because if it goes through your case statements and it finds a match on the first one here, line 34, it'll carry out the action and then that's the break. It's not going to keep going. It's not going to fall through, which I think we have, I guess that was the last, we don't have any fall through example, but anyway, you can watch yesterday's stream if you want to go see the fall through statements. They're really cool, but it's not, I just want to recap this shortly for my own edification. But if you match here, basically it's going to print this action and then it's done. It's not going to keep on going. In older languages, it would normally just continue unless you told it explicitly to break. Apparently, that's what's explained to me. I never seen it done differently, We compared this to Golang, and Golang is the same way as Swift. So I've never seen behavior otherwise, but apparently, so maybe in C, C++, stuff like that. I don't know. I have never written programs in those languages, so I couldn't tell you, but that's just a thing to know. So this is normally what you would see, not the default, but the break keyword. Explicitly, you would have to call it in other languages, but not in Swift. But in this case, we do need it to be exhaustive, and since this would not be, then we just tell it to break if there's no match. All right, so if age is in the range from 18 to 35, then age is in the desired demographic and some code is executed. Otherwise, age is not in the target demographic and the default case matches, which simply transfers the flow of execution outside the switch with the break control transfer state. Pa. Oh wait, we gotta run it. Command Shift. Oops. Command Shift Enter. Cool. Okay. Notice that you had to include a default case because switch statements have to be exhaustive. You do not really want to do anything here, but every case must have at least one executable statement. So you fill the requirement with a break. This works, but it may not feel elegant. So Swift provides a better way. In chapter 3, you learned about if-else statements. Swift also has an if-case statement. Man. It's very expressive. That's cool. If-case statement that provides pattern matching similar to what a switch statement offers. If case. Replace your switch with an if case statement. Okay. You want me to get rid of all that, all my work. If case 18 through this dot 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 thing alone is going to save me so much time. I really like that. I wish SQL had that. Oh, it's on the other page. Equal, wait, if case 1835 equal age, age, and then where's my, wait, this is tab, right? Yeah, okay, this tab. Kindle, all right. Print, print, ooh, demographic. Okay, Command Shift Enter. Oh, cannot find age and scope, and because I deleted it, let age equal 25. Command Shift Enter. Now run that shit. Cool demographic. Okay. So if case, I mean, literally looks like, well, oftentimes I'll look at this befuddled, but obviously they're going to explain what it is. So I'm going to do that first because I got caught a few times yesterday doing that. So we'll let the man cook, as Prime would say. The new code adds something to the if case statement. Code adds something. Oh, I wrote this, not this. That was throwing me off. This syntax is much more elegant. It simply checks to see whether age is in the given range. You did not have to write a default case. Oh, I see. So that's the distinction. You're right. Okay, so yeah, I didn't have to do that. Okay. You did not have to write a default case that you did not care about. Instead, the syntax of the if case allows you to focus on the single case of interest when age is in the target range. If cases can also include more complicated pattern matching, just as with switch statements. Say, for example, you wanted to know if age was greater than or equal to 25. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about a couple things here. So first of all, I'm thinking I want to highlight this because there's stuff I want to remember, and then I can aggregate these notes. And when we're done with the book, I can share these just so we all kind of have a cohesive way of remembering what the hell we just read. But hopefully it sticks to some degree too. It will. It'll stick because we're going to build something. But um, okay, so if cases with multiple conditions. All right, so now what did you do? You got rid of this, and now we're doing okay. So I thought we had a way to do or, but that's okay. So we'll do it their way. So get rid of that's pretty much this. Okay, if case 18 through 35 equals age, comma, age greater than or equal to 25 or 25, and then print in cool. I'm too OCD. It needs to look exactly like demographic. No, I try to be that way because I swear to you, the second you start giving yourself shortcuts, you just start, or at least I do. I'll start taking them everywhere, and like I'll read some, I get it, and then you don't even type it out, and then it doesn't stick. So it's a very bad habit. All right, so yeah, the new code adds something to the if case statement. After the comma, it also checks to see whether age is 25 or greater. In the United States, this often means that the person in question can rent a car. If cases provide an elegant shorthand for switch statements with only one case to consider. They also enjoy all the pattern matching power that makes switch statements so wonderful. The choice between them is usually a stylistic one. Okay. So I guess they're equally as performant. With practice, you will discover which syntax you find the most readable for your different comparison needs. Yeah, like I thought if I wonder if you can do the whole I mean, isn't that like saying or? Or? Can I do that? What does it say? Expression pattern of type close range int cannot match values of type bool. Type. Oh, that okay. I see. And that's a range. Okay, gotcha. So that's why we got to do it that way. Okay. Okay. All right, so what's next? So bronze challenge. Another bronze challenge, another one. No. Boy, I wish he'd quit doing that. That's really annoying. It's a little bigger. There. Review the switch statement below. What will be logged to the console? After you've decided, enter the code in a playground to see whether you were right. Okay, let's see. Let point equal this tuple, x equals 1, and y is equal to 4. Switch point, case let cool, where point x is greater than 0 and point y is greater than 0. So if x and y are greater than 0, print QL is a quadrant. Oh, QL is in quadrant 1. I see. Okay. So, all right, let point 1 through 4, case. 1 through 4, case. And then the underbar, motherfucker, what did the underbar mean? I think basically we don't care about that value there. But it needs to receive two values, but we don't necessarily care about the first. It's like a anonymous, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to go back and see because I want a better definition for it, but it's something along those lines. Something along those lines. Okay, so case, something, so anything, but the second value would be 0. So y would be 0. Print point sits on the x-axis, x-axis, case 0, so where x equals 0 and y is a value, but doesn't matter what, print point sits on the y-axis. And if none of these match, print Case not covered. Okay. So it would print 1 and 4. So where are we at? So it's greater than 1. So it sounds like this. That would be less than. So it ain't this. It's not less than 0. Um, less than 0. Nope. So it wouldn't be that. Greater than and less than. Wait. Greater than 0. Less than 0. So it wouldn't be that. Anything and then 0. It wouldn't be that. And x is 1, not 0. So it wouldn't be that. So it would be in quadrant 1. I know what I said yesterday about copy and pasting, but this is a test question, so we're only going to do it for the only for the test questions. Okay. Are we copy pasting? Otherwise, painful as typing. I think you should do it. Absolutely. We'll make the one exception. Okay, so who the hell? Get out of here, Mikey. It's my shit, dude. All right. Command Shift Enter. Quadrant 1. We have achieved bronze status. You bronze motherfucker. Okay. All right. So now, hell yeah, brother. Okay. So for real though, seriously, calm down. This makes a lot of sense. Hopefully, it makes sense to y'all. It makes great sense to me. God, I'm getting like a code boner just looking at this stuff. I love. I don't mean to be vulgar. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying. I really like this. You know what's funny though? It's so much of it is about perspective because I would always hear like before Golang, my career went a lot of fucking SQL. SQL was awesome. I love SQL. So a lot of SQL, and then from SQL, I went to Golang, and Go was my first. I mean, I know SQL. SQL is a programming language. It meets all the technical definition, blah blah. Blah. But the thing with SQL is you're only doing one thing, right? You're right there next to the data. You're right there, and the fact that it's literally a declarative language, it's so different. Like it's just so much stuff is abstracted away from you in the sense that you just don't have to cover the breadth of the domains that you do if you're actually writing a program, like something that would either call into SQL or use, in conjunction with use SQL. So, it's just there's levels to this, right? So anyway, my first exposure being going, oh, and let's go do that on that point. Let's go compare this. I just want to see what some of this stuff is going to look like in Go, right? And we can do that while I talk your ear off. So, why the fuck is it my browser? Ooh, I just put my key. Wait, what did y'all see? I might have to change it. Oh, that's the whole damn thing. God damn it. Oh well. Now I have to go and validate that key. I guess y'all can use it. It's cool. But no, I really should go change it. God damn it. No, I don't want. So one of the things that's really annoying um, about OpenAI, I don't want to get into all the, I have nothing against them in particular. Um, we can go down the AI hole some other AI hole sounds gross, but some other time. I won't make you guys listen to my rants about that. But don't worry about what I'm doing right now because I'm on my Windows machine. I'm just changing the. I gotta turn off that API key that I just exposed to the world. Damn, I got like 4 things using it. No one's gonna see this, right? But it's just gonna sit out there. Nah, it'd be stupid to not do it. Uh, you know, that's my bad. I can't blame anybody. I was gonna do it, but I can't. But anyway, what I do like about OpenAI, just speaking strictly as a consumer, right? Not about AI at large, but using their API, it's really cheap. I mean, it's a lot cheaper comparatively. Like if you compare it to the usage that you would get if you scale it to like if you pay for the web interface, the $20 a month pro thing versus the API. I mean, I mean it's less than half, like in terms of per transaction if you match it to a monthly use, anyway, whatever. I'm just saying if you're even remotely technical and I mean it does not take a lot of you don't need to know any code. I'm just saying you just need to know how to pull a Git repository and normally run like npm start or something, because there's a lot of these open source repos that will give you like a cool little chat agent that you can some of them will let you use it in your terminal. So if you'd like to work in your terminal, I like this one a lot just because I just care about the text. I don't need all the fluff, right? I just need the response, the raw text. So I like to use one that I found built in Go. I'll show it to you guys at the end of the stream, but let me just change this key real quick because view user API keys. Yeah. Uh, your API keys have been replaced by project API keys for more granular control. What? All right. Well, um, either way, I got to revoke all these because I don't know which one. I don't know which one it is, but that's okay. But yeah, so I hope it doesn't do it to me again. But last time when I tried to make a new key, I kid you not, those stupid fucking CAPTCHA drag the pick the bird, like click on all the birds in the photo, and it's like a little sliver of a heel of a bird. I'm like, does that count? Like, because it'll say click on all the squares where the bird is, and like a little piece of wing will be sticking through just like a sliver of the square. And you're like, I don't know. I failed way too many of those to believe that somebody's not fucking up when they're making these. You know what I mean? Like somebody's fucking up. Why can't I can't change that one? Last used never. Last used never. Just make the fucking key, dude. Optional, restricted, um, all in. Create secret. Oh, thank goodness. Copy. How can where can I put this? Where can I put this thing? Hold on, give me one sec. I know where I can do that. Okay. No, 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 no. New mem. Key. What's today? 4/18/2024. 4. And Booyah. Okay. And I need to just so I don't forget. All right. Bear is a great note app, by the way. Awesome. All your notes are local. They don't keep any of your data. It's $30 for a year. A year. $30 for a year. Fucking awesome. They use SQLite. All your notes are local. It's super fast. Bear is legit. The only downside is it's only on Mac OS and iOS currently. Uh, well, and iPad, but and they're working on a web app, but even they've said like don't ask us when it'll be ready because it's going to be a long time. So, but yeah, if you're on Mac OS, highly recommend Bear. Super affordable too. Um, oh yeah, because so we got this right, and then I fucked up my key, and then I wanted to go see what. Oh, that's right, that's right. My bad. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I swear I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. It's early. It's not that early. Time is it already? 11:25. Central Time. Uh, oh yeah, I was trying to figure out why my browser was not already open. But yeah, let's go do our. Oh wait, these should be apps code convert. Yeah, okay. It's a web app. So let's look at it through the converter. Through the converter. Swift going. Payal. Okay, so put it in our switch statement just to see the compare the styles. See what's up. See who's really the ergo king. Not really. Um, but to be fair, I mean, Go is their mantra is very different. Their aim is very different. So no need to don't get no chafe nerds coming after me. It's all good, brother. I get it. I'm just saying this is my comparison point, so I want to look at it. But yeah, I mean, you would think like, okay, so Go came out in 2007. So irregardless of its goals, right? Swift came out in 2014. One might expect that the language that came out in 2014 both have like incredibly smart people behind them. Like Go had I mean, I know there's a few or quite a few core members that have contributed, but like Rob Pike, who's the other guy? I can't think of his name. He's the dude that wrote the B programming language and C, right? What's his name? Or he contributed to it. He was a big part of it. Kin something. Damn. I always hear his name, but yeah, anyway, these dudes know what the fuck they're doing, right? So big brains behind Golang. And it's Google. Like Google knows they do technology well. That's why they throw so much shit out. They're always making new shit. So Go is awesome. Don't get it twisted. Man, this is slow. Come on now. It's just my Mac though, dude. Like it's my internet on my Windows machine is not. Thank God I'm piping my Mac screen. I'm streaming from Windows, so it's fine. Hopefully, I mean it seems fine. Metrics seem fine, but my Mac just decided today was going to be about the fuckery. But anyway, let me just see. Whatever. I've lost all willingness to sit here and look at this thing. Let's go back to Xcode. Boop 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 boop. Oh yeah, and Swift has, the dude that fucking authored what's it called? LLVM. The thing that Rust and a whole lot of other languages sit on top of the compiler framework. Dude's crazy smart. He's also the he's also the one that what's his name? Chris or no, something Latner. Chris Latner is his name. If you know who Lex Friedman is, if you like watching technology podcasts and stuff like that, or you would like to start and you would really like to get a nice blend of like history and concepts, intent behind things, and also get into the nitty gritty of the technical stuff, you'll probably really enjoy Lex Friedman. Just look him up on YouTube. He's a pretty popular. Uh, just look for a guy in a suit with a flat top talking about love all the time. No, but Lex is awesome. But uh, his interviews are great for a number of reasons. It's not just technical stuff. He has all kinds of guests on there, but lots of technical stuff, and he lets them talk. Go figure, interviewer that lets people talk. But that's what's great about Lex Friedman's podcast. So if you like that long form content, you want to learn a bunch of stuff, definitely go check him out. And let's just move on because a silver challenge. We've not yet encountered a silver challenge. You can add more conditions to the if case by supplying a comma separated list. You can add more conditions to the if case by supplying comma. For example, you could check whether the person is A in the cool demographic, B old enough to rent a car in the United States, and C, not in their 30s. Mm, mm, Add another condition. Add another condition to listing 5.13 to check whether age meets all three criteria. Okay, so where, huh? Where's A? Add another condition. Switch case let where. Oh wait, not this one. The age one. Okay, I was getting confused. Wait, so you want me to do here? And for example, we could check whether the person is A in the cool demographic. They are. It's 25. But we got that. So 18 through 25. And old enough to rent a car. Yep, that's already there. And C, not in their 30s. Okay. And age, not. Wait, age is greater than or equal to 25. And age is less than. Wait, it would be less than 30. Age is less than 30. Oh, it won't let me do and. Age is. How do you? I guess you can't do a contains or is between. I don't know how you would do that in Swift, so I'll just do two statements. So age is less than 30 and age is wait, less than 30 or greater than. Wait, that would mean they're less than 30, not in their, yeah. Less than 30 or greater than 30. Yeah. Okay. Surely there's a better way. But I don't know what that is yet. Play. Okay. Command Shift Enter. Wait, so I don't get anything? If case print. If case is between 18 and 35. Greater than or equal to 25. Oh, it doesn't. Let's just see what it says because I mean that that would satisfy that, but it's not. I'm not getting a. What? Let's just do it like this because I want to make sure I see the right thing. I thought it. Oh, you know what? It might give you the answers at the yeah listing five if case. Yeah. So where I'm almost positive it'll give you the inclusion index. Oh, does it not? It doesn't tell you. Family content. Then we'll just do it like this. We'll ask the oracle. So, and this thing's pretty cool. Let's see if it'll give me the right code here because this I prefer to use it over like ChatGPT because ChatGPT is just so chatty. It's saying the most. Just get just tell me the thing sometimes, especially when it comes to code. But anyway, so okay, so I want Yeah, so create a case statement that will, and then I can just copy and give me give me that shit. Person is in the cool demographic, old enough to rent a car, not in their 30s. Yeah. And or maybe I guess it doesn't matter. I just want to see what it would say or what the logic would be. It doesn't necessarily matter what the age is. How did it know it was 25? What the fuck? Oh, because it knows to rent a okay. Okay, switch age case. Oh, wait, just switch off the okay, it changed it. It changed the range if case 18 to 34. I got you. Case if. Oh, nested. Right. I'm a noob. Switch age case. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. So when it matches here, if the age is between 18 and 34, which it is because 25, then it will drop here. If age is greater than or equal to, else, but not old enough. And then the case where it's 35 to 39, you're old enough to rent a car in the United States, but not in the cool demographic and not in your 30s. But you would be in your 30s, 35 to 39. Maybe we will ask the Oracle. Let's just see, because that doesn't satisfy. Um, it doesn't sound right. God damn it. So maybe we do need verbosity here. So let's do that. Yeah, if nothing else, I would say always make sure you understand the thing before you move on. Because these things pile up. God damn it, why is it so fucking slow just on the Mac? Like what is it doing? Everything was fine yesterday. 340 gigs free. I got 7 gigs of memory free. Yeah, is the Wi-Fi shitbag slow? What's going on? What's going on with it? It is very slow. Except I pay for gigabit internet, so that's a problem for me. It's a no for me, dog. Okay, let me just check real quick on Windows speedtest.net. Uh, and I'm getting 800 meg down on my Windows machine. Sorry, 908 meg down, 35 up, which I mean that ain't blazing, but still, what are you doing? Let me try. Hold on one sec. Hold on. God, fucking Mac, dude. I swear on my life. I wonder if this will fuck it up. God, I don't want to fuck up the image. If this fucks me over and be upset. Uh, I need a USB-C. Where is it? USB-C or A to C. Oh, yeah, there we go. Converter there. Oh, yeah. And I need this here. Boom, boom, boom. Got that used to beat the block. Get that ace on the low. Got that rock and roll. That future flow. Digital shit. Next level visual shit. I got that boom, boom, boom. Okay, hopefully that worked. I got that boom, boom, pound and chicken jacking my style. I'm on that next shit lip. Okay. Anyway, anyway, I plugged in. You know what else is annoying? Um, the Mac, like I just plugged in an Ethernet cord. It's still why like it doesn't show me that it's an Ethernet connection ever. I've never seen it do it. If it can, I'm just fully unaware. But just little things, just why? See, like here it shows it, so that's nice. So it should be way better. So, oh, thank God. And upload is, boy, it just shouldn't matter as much. But yeah. Oh shit. Go ahead, go ahead. Oh wait, stop, 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 stop. I'll do that later. Yeah, I just remember it's probably gonna want me to close a bunch of shit. Anyway, so check whether the person is cool enough, old enough to rent a car in the United States and not in their 30s using Swift. That includes all the necessary variables and then checking each condition. Within the case clauses for the scenario described, we can assume the cool demographic is defined by certain age criteria. Okay. Let person check conditions using a switch statement. Person case let X where X is less than 25, greater than or equal to 25, and X is, oh, okay. See, I thought, so that's basically my answer there. The and. I thought since I could not use the or logical or operator, it wouldn't let me do this. But this makes sense. That's in my head. That's what we were looking at. Oh, that's what I was thinking. So this is really the answer that I was after. This little pairing right here. Because that effectively solves what they're asking for. So and for your range. So all right, cool. So let's get off that honeypot and move on. So here, here. Loops. Good old loops. I feel a new playground coming on. Loops help with repetitive tasks. They execute a set of code repeatedly, either for a given. Oops. Sorry for my noisy. I have the noisiest chair in the world. I need some WD-40. For show. For show. Loops help with repetitive tasks. They execute a set of code repeatedly, either for a given number of iterations or for as long as a defined condition is met. Loops can save you from writing tedious and repetitive code. You will use them a lot in your development. In this chapter, you will use two sorts of loops, for loops and while loops. For loops are ideal for iterating over the elements of an instance or collection of instances if the number of iterations to perform is either known or easy to derive. While loops, on the other hand, are well suited for tasks that execute repeatedly as long as a certain condition is met. Each type of loop has variations. Excuse me. Let's start with a for in loop, which performs a set of code for each item in a range, sequence, or collection. Oh, lovely. I hope this is good because this is probably easily, at least for the kind of apps I want to write in terms of all the data transformations. Uh, yeah, there will be a lot of loops. A lot of loops. For in loops. Create a new macOS playground called loops. Okay. So I still have not figured out how. You would think you could just create a new tab here, but I've not found a way to do that. Not for a new one. Uh, Open with external editor. You can do. I didn't know you could do that. Open in tab, and that did nothing. You would think the plus button might do something, but it does something else entirely. It pulls up this neat little API doc thingamajig, whatever. Maybe that's worth looking into at some point, but I'll just do it the jank ass way for now. So create new project, app playground for macOS app playground. Where'd it go? Oh, app playground. Wait, no, that's not right. File, new playground. There we go. Yeah, macOS blank. Next, what do you want me to call it? Loops. And tag my learning tag, and then create. All right. And then we'll manually drag it back over because Mac OS sucks. All right. Now, get rid of this line. Oops, get out of visual mode because Vim mode is awesome, by the way. That's why sometimes you'll see me kind of putter around because I'm trying to learn Vim. Well, Vim mode, which is plenty of Vim for me. It's the best of both worlds. But I love that you can see the commands at the bottom. That is so helpful. That is so freaking helpful. I've learned more Vim in the past like 3 days since I've been doing this with you guys since than I ever had motivation to do before. So yeah, check it out if you're not using it. This is native to Xcode now, by the way. Okay, so and it does have go-to definition. I keep reading that it doesn't. It does have that. Stop saying it. Stop saying it. It has it. It's there. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Freaking read. Yeesh. Okay, so import Cocoa. Okay, so ah var my oops, first int type annotation, which is optional. We learned that, but we're doing it anyway. Help the compiler out. Int equals 0 for I in a range of 1 through 5. 5. Scope, my first int. Increment, positive increment operator, 1. Print, said increment, my first int. So this is like your, any JavaScript tutorial you ever seen with that goddamn button counter. Button counter. Command Shift Enter. All right. And gimme. Cool. So starts at 0, 1 through 5, and then it will print my first int when it's done iterating according to these rules. And so it makes sense that if you're doing it 1 through 5, starting from 0, that you would end with 5. Okay. Makes sense to me. Ignore the warning about an unused value for now. You will address it shortly. First, you declare a variable called myFirstInt that is an instance of int. Yeah, real quick. Uh, 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 uh. I wish it would. Save my selections. That's okay. Just want to see it. Convert for I. That should make it bigger for y'all. For I, one, I. Hold on. So okay, so it seems like that's the same as your dot dot dot. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe I mean it could be the example that we saw last time, just because the way that I saw it, it had to list out every single option. But I don't see why this same it might not work, but this same syntax would not work for a case statement in Go or a switch statement in Go. Um, Let me see. I'm just curious. I don't want to misrepresent anything because honestly, I'm gonna eventually end up writing more Go anyway. So it'd be nice to know these things and if some of this stuff can translate. In Golang, is this? I should probably start doing so I can get confused. In Golang, is the below syntax able to be used to define a range in a case uh, in a switch case? I shouldn't have put the for in there. Yeah. Inside a for loop, but this syntax specific. I, oops, I, I. One, I less than equal to 5, colon, can be used to define a range. In this case, 1 through 5. Oh, yeah, okay. By itself does not define a range in the same way other languages might allow you to directly specify a range within a switch statement or similar constructs. In Go, this syntax specifically initiates a for loop and sets the conditions under which the loop continues to iterate. Here's how it breaks down. I equal 1 initializes I to 1. Continues the loop as long as I is less than or equal to 5. I mean, okay, I guess it's not the same. It's not predefined, but well, eh, it's not a range definition in a traditional sense, like Python's range, okay, function, or other similar constructs in different languages, but rather the setup for a looping mechanism that will execute a block of code repeatedly while the condition I is less than or equal to 5 remains true. In Go, if you want to express a range operation which within constructs like a switch, you typically do it by using conditionals that check if a variable falls within certain values, as shown in the previous example. There is no shorthand range. Okay, so there's no shorthand in the Go. Each condition must be explicitly defined. Okay, so no, so there's not. So that only applies to for loops, and that blows. But maybe not. Maybe not to you. Maybe not to you. Don't get mad at me, bro. Just shit. Just have fun defining all that. Okay, so fair enough. So where were we? Ignore the warning about unused. First, you declare a variable called my first int. This is an instance of int, and is initialized with a value of 0. 0. Yeah. Next, you create a for in loop. Let's look at the components of the loop. The for keyword, pow, signals that you're writing a loop. The next declarator, wait, you next declare an iterator called I. Okay. So after for, whatever you define, why is it I? Can it be anything? Dongle. Does that work? Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so where did it go? That always threw me. I didn't know if I was special somehow. In the first iteration of the loop, its value is the, wait. You next declare an iterator. Okay, so we declared our iterator dongle, called dongle, that represents the current iteration of the loop. The iterator is constant within the body of the loop. The iterator is constant within the body of the loop and only exists here. It is also managed for you by the compiler. Well, that's nice. In the first iteration of the loop, its value is the first value in the range of the loop. Its value is the first value in the range of the loop. So 1. 1. Yeah. In the second iteration, the value of I is 2, and so on. You can think of I as being replaced with a new constant set to the next value in the range at the beginning of each iteration. Yeah. I mean, it's confusing to say that it's a constant, but it's being changed in place. But maybe I'm thinking too deeply. I'm just thinking if it's a constant, then it's immutable, but you're changing it in place. Wouldn't it be a copy of, not of whatever? Notice that I is not declared to be of the int type. This, sorry, it's gonna throw me off. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we see that. It's not defined as an int. It could be, as in for I int in. I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. But an explicit type declaration is not necessary. The type of I is inferred from its context, as in the let keyword. In this example, I is inferred to be of type int because the specified range contains integers. Yep. Okay. Then I'm going to get rid of it because I don't need it. And let's see the next one. Wait, where's my tab button? Tab. Oh, there we go. I is inferred to be of type because specified range. Okay, yeah. Okay, type inference is handy. And when you type less, you make fewer typos. We recommend that you take advantage of type inference whenever possible. You will see many examples of it in this book. However, there are a few cases in which you need to specifically declare the type. We will highlight those when they come up. Okay, great. The code inside the braces. The code inside the braces is executed at each iteration of the loop, which is the increment. But also confusing because it doesn't print each one, but it's in the body of the loop. Just something to think about. Maybe it does in the console. I don't know. Yeah, actually, it might. Command Shift Y. It does. Okay, so then it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so I got to remember that because sometimes it's gonna look. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it does print, and this is factual, so we can trust the book still. Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna leave that open actually. Okay. For each iteration, you increment my first int by one. After incrementing my first int, you print the variable's name to log its value to the console. Boop, 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 boop. These two steps, incrementing and logging, continue until I reaches the end of the range 5. End of the range 5. This loop is represented in figure 6.1. Okay. Set I equal to 1. Is I in the range of 1 to 5? No. Exit. Yes. Execute block. Increment I. Oh, okay. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. To see the results of your loop, find and click the Show Result button on the right edge of the results sidebar on the line with the huh? That's cool. I didn't know that did anything. Why is it? Okay. What is that for? The eye? Oh, if you can render shit in these, I'm gonna love this thing. Can you, I'm sure you can. I think I've seen that you can do that. That is neat. Hey, I love that. Yeah. Okay. See code first. Wait, what's that? With the code. Oh, sure, sure. Okay, we looked. Yeah, 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 yeah. Although my button isn't on the right, it's on the left side. Oh well. This opens a results view that displays the instance's value history. Oh, that is cool. Ooh, wait. Yeah, that's great. Ooh, that's good for debugging. Oh, that is fantastic for MRP. Yeah, that's great. Wow, that's great. I'm gonna have to remember this. Let me, uh, oh man. Yeah, because I swear, like when I was writing Go, I was in a DevOps role, just doing a lot of ETL type stuff. And you always have like most of your time is spent either debugging fucking Python or just showing people, my boss, my constituents, my customer, whoever it may be, they want to see, because these are, big data pipelines. They want to see that the results are being handled justly. And so something like this is great if you can show your code and then immediately see the calculation and then kind of track what the data is doing over time throughout the life cycle of the program. Man, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, move your mouse pointer into this new window and you will see that you can select individual points on the plot. Fuck, if I can click it, that's so damn small. That is cool, man. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. Click in the middle. Yep, 3. You can access I, the iterator you declared. I see. So this is okay. So that's in memory. It's just that's its name while it lives, and then it goes away. Okay, you can access I, the iterator you declared, inside each iteration of the loop. Change your output to show the value of I at each iteration. Change your output. Huh? Oh, gotcha. I um no, my first int equal escape character, because that's what they call it, escape character, at iteration escape character I. End string interpolation. Command Shift Enter. Oh, there we go. My first int 1, iteration 1, 2, 2. I love that. That's cool. That's really useful. Okay, then what? If you do not want an explicitly declared iterator, you can ignore it by using to silence the warning you saw before. Oh, I didn't notice. Oh, is that what this is? Yeah, speak up, baby. I ain't gonna see it. Okay, so my first int print. Oh, yeah, yeah, that whole thing again. Okay, so I guess that's pretty ubiquitous across any of these ops. That's just if you want something anonymous, or what did they call it? You can ignore it with this, oh, wild card. That's what they call it. Yeah, with the wild card. Okay. Okay, do that +1 and then just print. Ah, no, I. Yeah. And oh my God. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to How do I go to the end again? $sign? There we go. And then capital A to insert at the end of the line. Top down. Yeah, it's quicker to just type it again. Just type it again. Command Shift Enter. Oh, yeah. 1 through 5, my first int, 5 times. Yep. This implementation of the for in loop ensures that a specific operation occurs a set number of times, but it does not check and report the value of the iterator in each pass of the loop over its range. Use the explicit iterator I if you want to refer to the iterator within your loops code block or the wildcard underbar. If you do not, that's great. Cool. So yeah. Now that's nice for, I mean, I'm just thinking like in my implementation space, the way I would use something like that, this would be great because like MRP is something that I'm going to have to solve with Swift code, and this is a great handy tool for that because with MRP, you're constantly trying to do these kind of snapshot what if scenarios with inventory because you're almost always you're deciding, do I want to rob Peter to pay Paul, basically. Right? I have this big order that just came in. This is a big customer and they want it in the next 3 days. But if I fulfill that order, I'm going to have to fuck over my other smaller customer that doesn't order as much, although I already promised them I would deliver on that day, but I got to make a business decision here. What's it look like if I move these around? Like what am I really doing to my production floor, my scheduling if I do this? And so they always want to see those what ifs. That way you can make the call and you better, if you're already calling with bad news, you better be sure that it's accurate information already. You know what I mean? You don't want to tell them, look, man, I need 2 more days and then it's going to end up being 4 or something like that, something horrible. But yeah, so this is great. Ah, man, that's awesome. Okay, so where? Here we go, back into SQL land. Where clause, baby. Swift's for in loop supports the use of where clauses. Great. Similar to the ones you saw in chapter 5. Wait, where did I get? Or, okay, yeah. Okay. Using where allows for finer control over when the loop executes its code. The where clause provides a logical test that must be met to execute the loop's code. The where clause provides a logical test that must be met. If the condition established by the where clause is not met, then the loop's code is not run. For example, imagine that you want to write a loop that iterates over a range, but only, holy crap, I just remembered something. Hold on one sec. I think some recruiter wanted to talk to me and I wanted to talk to him. I need to check and see. Make sure I didn't miss. Oh no, okay, we're good. Uh, all right, we're square. Okay, Swift's for in loop supports the use of where clauses similar to the ones you saw in chapter 5. Oh, I read that already. For example, imagine that you want to write a loop that iterates over a range, but only executes its code when the loop's iterator is a multiple of 3. For example, imagine that you want to write a loop that iterates over a range, but only executes its code when the loop's iterator is a multiple of 3. Wow, okay, yeah, totally. Yeah, okay. For wildcard, so we don't want to track, we don't have a need to track the iterator's value throughout the life of the loop. So we're using a wildcard. For I in 1 through 5, apply this code. My first int oops, equal 1, right? My first int. Yeah, I thought we just typed that. I literally just typed that. Oh, we did. Okay, it was telling me. My bad, my bad. Okay. For I in 1 through 100, where I modulo 3 equals 0, print I. Okay, so what's happening here? For this iterator in the range of 1 through 100, where the iterator's value is a multiple of 3, where modulo 3. Oh, I see. So the remainder has to equal 0 because that would mean it's a multiple of 0. Otherwise, it's not because when you do mod, you divide A by B, and only the remainder is returned. In any multiple of 3, there would be no remainder. Gotcha. Okay. Um, well, no, that makes sense. Command Shift Enter. Oh, yeah, yeah, damn console. Okay, okay, yeah. So all of our values are here. So, wow. Wait, 3 is in there? I want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 6, 9, 12. Huh? Please explain it to me. Okay, so okay, so what's next? As before, you create a local constant, I, yes, that you can now use in the where clauses condition. Yeah. Each integer in the range of 1 to 100 is bound to I. Yeah. Oh, that didn't show me. Why don't I get it? Whatever, it's fine. Is bound to I. Where did it go? Bound to I. The where clause then checks to see whether I is divisible by 3. If the remainder is 0, the loop will execute its code. If it's 0. If it's 0. Okay. If it's a multiple of 3, each integer. Really iterate, but only executes codes when the loop's iterator is a multiple of 3. 2 is a multiple of 3? Let's keep reading. Because if the remainder is zero, the loop will execute its code. The result is that the loop will print out every multiple of 3 from 1 to 100. Bullshit. What? Oh, okay, hold on, wait. Maybe I'm this is not all the I mean this is code from other yeah, okay, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. How do you do multi-cursor in Xcode? Can you do that? Command how do you I'm gonna look it up. I'm just gonna look it up because I know if I start thinking with in Xcode and then click, why would you do that? Adding cursor with the keyboard. Yeah, here we go. Control Shift down. Control Shift down. Oh, go figure, just like Windows. Okay. So Control Shift. Oh, yeah. Okay, Command Shift Enter. There we go. Okay, that's better. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay. These numbers make sense. All right, my bad, y'all. You're gonna have to struggle with me because hey, uh I bought the book and you didn't. So that's your fault. No, I'm playing. But really, totally would encourage you. Go buy the book. It's a fantastic book. I love it. And on one of the best things that's already so noticeable and that I've realized is very difficult about learning. I think I was telling my girl this the other day. YouTube has fucked up the game. As you can see, I'm making fun of myself here, but also, I mean, hey, it's free, so you get what you pay for. But YouTube has fucked up the teaching game because I think for so long, I think we've just forgotten that teaching is a discipline. It's a skill. And I even would go as far to say as some people, it's one of those things where I would definitely say some people just have these innate qualities about them that lend towards being a good teacher. Whereas a lot of, say, people on YouTube or people on X that might be trying to teach you something, maybe not, maybe both, probably in most cases both, there there's an element of monetary gain there somewhere down the line. Like I'm not monetized yet, but obviously I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be lying if I said I didn't at some point want to get to that point, right? But also, yeah, like I'm interested and I do want to learn this and apply it in my own life. And I do enjoy helping people. But none of those things equate to making me a good teacher. So all I can do is just share everything and hope that from that, you can glean some kind of value. You know what I mean? But I can't base off my own teaching skill. Because if I'm being honest, like as you can see, I'm not even engaging in chat because I want to make it more about like I need to learn this stuff my way, period. Like that's the goal here, and it's the first and foremost goal. The fact that I'm streaming it, I hope that it can help people. Like I have hopes for that, but I'm not making efforts to like I didn't look up how to like what's the best segment or what's the best duration for learning retention. All that. I'm not doing any of that stuff. And my point is that there's so much good information on YouTube, yes, or let's just call it the internet, not formal education. There's so much good information, there's so much free stuff. There's also a lot of shit. And you can get a lot of shit information, a lot of shit information. And what I don't like about these kinds of platforms is it kind of twists our expectations around the fact that education should be free. I don't necessarily believe that. Okay, but I see a lot of entitlement when people are talking about like a course they made. Go to my website, buy the course, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, fuck you, bro. You're just trying to like relax. Hey, if it's not worth it, get a refund. Before you buy something, make sure that you have a way to get a refund." I would say, because I don't care what you're buying. Like if it has anything to do with code or learning to code, make sure that whatever avenue that is, that you can get a refund if you're going to pay for it. Why? Because of this fact alone. Not to even mention the fact that technology is constantly changing. So whatever you're learning, depending on what it is, like if you go and learn from an old ass book in OCaml that's 15 years old, you're probably gonna be okay. Because OCaml, I mean, you might have to learn a little extra things to get caught up, but for the most part, that's a pretty stable language. It's not gonna change. Go and grab a 15-year-old JavaScript book and you're fucked. You're not learning anything relevant to this day and age. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, my point is that I think we forget that there's actually quality education out there and it's worth your time. So coming back to this book, this is like, for me, these books here, The Big Nerd, just the style, the presentation of the information and the way that they step you through things it's of far more value and totally worth the asking price versus going to some fucking tutorial that's not going to show you the nitty gritty. They're going to show you how they launched some app that they downloaded from, they just did a Git pull, from GitHub. They already worked on it, or they didn't even build the app themselves. They just found a good one. They just want to poke around, show you a few things. You're not learning shit. You ain't learning shit doing that. Nothing. You you got to do it this way. You don't got to do it with me, but you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to learn this shit if you really want to write programs. Otherwise, this is just another form of entertainment for you. So anyway, I digress. I'm just saying we've forgotten that real education and real teachers exist, and it's of a higher quality, higher value. You get a higher return on it because this is a skill. It's a discipline unto itself, and we need to remember that. So if you find yourself kind of fucking toiling, stuck down a whirlpool, can't make no progress, shut the fucking videos off, get a good book, and grind. That's it. There's nothing else to it. So that's why I'm adamant about having to type the shit out, even though it's painful and I'm trying to learn Vim and I may not be 180 words a minute, but you have to do it, man. You have to do it, man. Okay. All right. So imagine you might accomplish the same result without the help of a where clause. For I in 100, if I mod 3 is equal to 0, print I. The code above does the same work as loop with the where clause. Oh, because of the if, where, but it's less elegant. Agree. There are more lines of code, and there is a nest conditional within the loop. I had the hiccups. Sorry. Generally speaking, we prefer fewer lines of code, so long as the code is not overly complex to read. Who's we? You mean we? Swift's where clauses are very readable, so we typically choose this more concise solution. Now, I do like the where clause a lot. SQL uses the where clause, so I feel right at home. I love it. And it just makes sense. Like where, like that's, very close to, I think most people's kind of their brain, like where this, it just makes sense. I like that. Uh, and I do like, this is a tangent, but I just want to show y'all this real quick. Because you might be drawn to this, you never know. But if you look at a language like OCaml, like OCaml does it, Elixir does it, functional programming languages. There are some others like Ada. We can use Ada. Actually, the first one I see, goddamn, okay, Elixir, fine, that's fine. But they use begin and end instead of squirrelies to denote their scope. I guess begin can be inferred. I'm assuming that's why it's not here. But that's kind of nice if you don't prefer the squirrelies. which I thought that I didn't. I'm slowly coming around to them, which I hate to say that because I've put out a lot of stupid ass comments on the internet, just arguing for white space, significant white space. But I'm not gonna lie, man, I've really backed off on that because it's like there's a language out there that I really really love. I I want to use it more, but I often find that it's called NIM. Great book, highly recommend it. If you like Python, you'll love NIM because you know, it uses indentation for scope. It's a very powerful language. It can compile to C, to C++, to JavaScript, or to machine code. Pretty incredible. Um, it can cross compile to all platforms. It's not perfect. The tooling is decent. Probably the biggest drawback for NIM is I've not been able to find like great editor support for it. It does have an LSP, but VS Code and NeoVim, which I guess that covers most people, but I'm a Sublime guy before I came to Swift, so I'm using Xcode just basically because I have to. But I mean, it's nice, it's fine. I like all the features, but I was using Sublime and it had a really old ass. It did have support for it, so I can't say it doesn't have any support. But that was kind of why I kind of fell back from it, but it's nice because this can go anywhere. I mean, you could write literal full stack, you could compile your back end to C, you can write your front end in NIM and then compile that to JavaScript. Like that's power, baby. That's so I am gonna eventually use it. And it's fast. I would say it's faster than Go. It's in the Swift. It hangs out with Swift and near Rust. Some people, people claim. I mean, you can optimize anything basically, but yeah, I mean, the fact that it compiles to C, like, okay, well then you get C performance with NIM. So like, it's a good language. Don't let me deter you. I'm just saying that one of the things that I don't like, that I've found that I don't like in writing code, lots of code, is indentation for scope. And really the thing that majorly like really kind of showed me why I should not like or showed me why I will never like it, I should say. That's a better way to say it. Is fucking YAML because I had to deal with so much YAML on the job and that's it's indentation. I just just come on, bro. Like it just gets hairy. Okay, so anyway, go check out NIM. Despite what I said. All right, imagine how you might accomplish the same result with that. Okay, we did that. The code does the same work. It's not as elegant, generally speaking. We prefer, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right, now, while loops, while loops, while loops, while. While not. A while loop executes the code inside its body for as long as a specified condition is true. You can write while loops to do many of the same things you have seen in for loops above. Start with a while loop that replicates the for loop in listing 6.1. Start with a while loop that replicates the for loop in listing 6.1. Okay. Okay. I thought it would. Well, all right. So what do you want me to write then? Var. I is equal to 1 while I less than 6 open scope. My first. Oh, it didn't want me to get rid of that. Okay, my bad. All right. Var I equal 1 while I is less than 6 within this scope. My first int addition positive increment operator 1 print my first int, my first int, and then add one again to I. So you add an increment by 2, huh? Command Shift Enter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, talk to me. Figure 6.5 shows the flow of the execution in this code. Set I equal to 1. Okay. Line 5, we did that. Is I less than 6? Yes, it is. Execute block, which adds 1. Increment I. Print. Okay, I just don't know what's going on at line 9. You know what I mean? Or how it doesn't affect it in any different way. This while loop initializes a control variable, var I equals 1, evaluates a condition I is less than 6, while I less than 6, yeah. Executes code if the condition is valid. My first int plus 1. Print my first int I plus 1. Oh, this is different though. It's a while loop, so you gotta manually tell the iterator to move, huh? I plus 1. And then returns to the top of the while loop to determine whether the loop should continue iterating. I is declared as a variable because the condition you evaluate, I is less than 6, must be able to change. Oh, so it literally is. It is doing that. Okay. Must be able to change. Remember, the while loop will run as long as the condition it checks is true. If the condition never changes or is always true, then the while loop will execute forever. I see. So since I is equal to 1, while I is less than 6, if I didn't have this, then it would just keep printing 2. Is that? It probably won't even let me do that. But let's see if it will. Command Shift Enter. Oh yeah, just keep going. Stop. No. Stop. Okay. It gives me so much anxiety. I'm not sure why, but it really did. Man, okay, so but yeah, it's just going. God damn, it's fast. How did he get such a big number? Oh, but it is incrementing by well, I didn't print my first cent. But why was it going? Oh, because I'm not changing I, so I doesn't change, so it remains 1 constantly because yeah, 1. So it just goes. Okay, I get it. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. So changes are well, the wildlife. Okay. Loops that never end are called infinite loops, and they are usually bugs. Usually. While loops are best for circumstances in which the number of iterations the loop will pass through is unknown. Okay, like yeah, maybe you let the user decide in some case. I'm just thinking of my use case. So I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe that will. Yeah. For example, imagine a space shooter game with a spaceship that continuously fires its blasters as long as the spaceship has shields. Excuse me. Ah. Um, example, imagine a space shooter that easily fires. Yeah. Various external factors may lower or increase the ship's shields, so the exact number of iterations cannot be known. But if the shields have a value greater than 0, the blasters will keep shooting. If the shields have a value greater than 0, the blasters will keep shooting. Okay. The code snippet below illustrates a simplified implementation of this idea. Okay, let's do it. Command tab. Hop over. I go down. I'm in insert mode already. I type. While shields greater than 0, open that scope up. Leave a little comment here. Fire blasters. Fire blasters print. Fire blasters. Command Shift Enter. I never defined shields. Oops. Shields equal 43. Command Shift Enter. And then, yeah, okay. Cool. I like that. Okay. Swift also supports a type of while loop. Ooh, repeat while. Man, okay. Swift also supports a type of while loop called the repeat while loop. The repeat while loop is called a do while loop. Do while. Yeah, do while. So do while ruined my life. No, but Visual Fox Pro, this old ass Microsoft language, it's dead now, but it's still around. And company I used to work for, the manufacturing application we had in-house was written in Visual Fox Pro. Man, you think for y'all that don't like VS Code, man, you should see the IDE for that fucking language. Dog water. Okay, but anyway, while loops in yeah. Oh yeah, but anyway, Visual Fox Pro has do while, and that almost every single time. I mean, do while, like no, bro. Heal while. How about that? The while loop evaluates its condition before stepping into the loop. This means that the while loop may not ever execute. This means that the while loop may not ever execute. The while loop evaluates condition before stepping into the loop. Okay, I see. Because its conditions could be false when it is first evaluated. The repeat while loop, on the other hand, executes its loop at least once and then evaluates its condition. Oh, okay. So maybe if you had like a cleanup task or something, and if something else wasn't caught, or maybe like a closeout to set state, something like that. Okay, the syntax for the repeat while loop demonstrates this difference. Okay, let's try it. Repeat. Yeah, fire blasters. Print. Fire blasters. While shields greater than 0. As they are. Okay, so repeat while. So it should have printed at least once, right? If that's what they're saying. How do I clear this? Surely, can I not clear this out? Well, whatever. I'm gonna just gonna trust him on that. I thought I would get it here though, but I guess if it's not, whatever. Okay. In this repeat while version of the Space Shooter program, the code block that contains the line print fire blasters is executed first. Okay. Oh gosh, what? Uh, the repeat whiles loop condition is evaluated to determine whether the loop should continue iterating. Thus, the repeat while loop ensures that the spaceship fires its blasters at least one time. Yeah, that sounds like something that I will need to remember. Bro, please stop doing that. Okay, control transfer statements in loops. Let's revisit control transfer statements in the context of loops. Recall from chapter 5 where you used fall through and break. Yes, I recall. That control transfer statements change. Why does that sound so weird to read? Let's revisit control transfer statements in the context of loops. Recall from chapter 5 where you use fall through and break. Recall from chapter 5 that control transfer statements change the typical order of execution. Okay, there we go. Recall that from chapter 5 that control transfer statements change the typical order of execution. They change the typical order, which would be just case statement, case statement, case statement. Instead, if there's a match and you give it a fall through, you can send it off to go do something else, is effectively what they're saying, which I remember, and that's very handy. And yet another thing that I highlighted. Okay, so in the context of a loop, you can control whether execution iterates to the top of the loop or leaves the loop altogether. Okay. Let's elaborate on the space shooter game to see how this works. You are going to use the continue control transfer statement to stop the loop where it is and begin again from the top. Okay. Um, Wait, that's option. Get to. Did it freeze? What the fuck is happening? Okay. This is throwing me off. Let me close that. Okay, shit. All right. Var shields equal 5. Why? Var blasters overheating equal false. Var blaster fire count equals 0. Why the fuck is it doing that? Why? While shields are greater than ah, are greater than 0, if blasters overheating blasters overheated cooldown initiated. Yeah, initiated. I think this is. Oh, that's why it looked funny. Yeah. Okay. What the hell did I do? That's for this. Ambiguous use of shields. Ambiguous Invalid redeclaration of shields. Oh, right. I did that. I should have never done that. There we go. So let me get rid of that. Actually, it's probably gonna bite my ass. Okay, let's just do it. Okay. Print. Blaster's overheated. Sleep for 5 seconds. So don't do anything for 5 seconds, but don't kill the process. And then print. Blasters ready to fire. Okay, reload, yeah. Do nothing, but don't die for 1 second. Blasters overheating. False. Blasters overheating. False. Blaster fire count 0. Okay. If blaster fire count is greater than 100, blaster, yeah, overheating is true. Continue. Continue. Yeah. Fire blasters again. Print. Fire blasters. And then finally, blaster fire count increment by 1. Man, shift enter. Guess I had to get rid of these infinite loops. I'm surprised it didn't tell me to, but I mean, I can't really do much if I don't. So var, whoa, what's going on? Oh, but it's doing the same thing. Um, we are showing the sidebar results as they appear the first time, wait, as they appear the first time execution pauses. Oh, so I wasn't even seeing this output. I was because I turned that off, so it didn't change. So it's infinite. Okay, so do it again. All right, Command Shift Enter. There. Okay, there we go. Okay. Um. Oh, sick. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's awesome. No, I forgot. Okay, that's man, that was cool. So let's do it again. I want to see it again. Okay, so now I can follow along mentally. I'm waiting 5 seconds. Blaster's ready to fire. If blaster fire count greater than 100 and overheating is true. What do you mean? It's fine. Fuck off. It's fine. Is it not running? It's a problem. Oh, the sleep. The sleep command triggered this overzealous application up here. That's okay. It's just doing its job, but that's cool. Okay. That's good to know. Um, now, blaster fire count plus 101. Yeah, let's just read. We're showing the sidebar results as they appear there. You've added a good bit of code, so let's break it down. First, you added some variables to keep track of certain information about the spaceship. Shields is an integer, yeah, line 14, and it's initialized with a value of 5. Blaster's overheating is a bool, Boolean or Boolean, as I used to say, that keeps track of whether the blasters need time to cool down, and it's initialized to false. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Uh, Matter of fact, I think I need to take a little pee break. TMI, I know. A little water break. I might order me a coffee because I'm trying to get in like 5 hours today. We're gonna turn up the learning shit because there's no reason not to. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's good momentum. But yeah, stick with me. Um, I don't know if, I mean, I'm not gonna be gone a long time, but yeah, I never know. Okay, so option B for bear, yeah, baby. Keys, OpenAI, C, mem. It's been moved. Okay. Oops. BRB, y'all. Okay, be right back. If you tune in, you can find. But yeah, I'm trying. I guess I'll wait and see. There's usually a break point where like you don't necessarily need to keep learning the guts of the language, and it's probably better to just start building stuff. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'm gonna get a mute real quick. Okay, I'm back. Didn't want to, blush in your ear. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when we get to that point in the book, I think we'll know. We'll just know collectively. All right, so let me give me a little Nutrient bar, keep my calories up, get my calories up. And you know what? I think I will order some coffee. Expensive ass coffee. A good old Nutrient bar. Mm, 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 ba, 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 ba. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Mm, mm, mm. Honestly, I need to Place is so weird. I'll be moving in like 2 weeks, and I mean, on the one hand, I'm so glad that this place is well insulated, but it gets cold in here. Like, but I'm in Texas, so hey, man, last thing you want to complain about is your crib getting too cold, because boy, huh, when that summer comes, 67 on the thermostat, it doesn't mean it's 67. Nope, more like I don't know, 72 or worse. But yeah, I'm like North Dallas now, but I'm moving to the basically downtown Dallas, and it's gonna be different. Shit, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. I just hope that it's just don't want to be hot. I hate being hot. Boy, I hate being hot. I hate being cold, but I hate being hot worse. So much worse. You can a lot of ways to generate heat. You can add layers, a lot of stuff. You can grab your girl, grab a friend, huddle up. But if it's hot, you only got but so many choices, and there ain't but so many layers you can take off. Just before you know it, you're butt naked and arrested for indecent exposure. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't get that far. Okay, so now, oh wait, I want to do one more thing. I think I'm just gonna take my little caffeine pills instead of ordering coffee. Sucks being frugal, but hey, man, gotta do it. No need to just don't just throw it away. Don't just throw it away. Don't just throw it away. You never know. Did you ever know? You already know I could do that. Hold on, what's up? God damn. And let's see, anything else I need to do? Oh, you over there. You over there. You over there with the hair, don't stare. You over there with the hair, don't stare. But come into my lair and put your hair over there. 'Cause girl, you got a wig on. Girl, you got a wig on. That shit ain't yours. Man, girls, y'all crack me up, man. I don't know how y'all wear hair that ain't yours. I don't know. And see, I used to be ignorant. I used to think only certain cultures did this. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. How about the culture of women? Women do this. You better believe that all kinds of women are out there tripping you up, boy. That ain't their hair. Don't be ignorant. Yeah, all kinds of women do it. All ages too. Yes, they do. God dang right they do. And what's interesting about it is the vast majority of the time, as a man, like just my opinion as a man, I think oftentimes their natural hair looks better. But of course, they don't believe us when we say they think we're being nice. We're like, no, seriously, please stop wearing that tarantula on your head. It doesn't look better. Oh man, but I digress. That's okay. All I can tell you is my girlfriend is she has a beautiful natural head of hair, and I love it. This is not to say that if a woman chooses to wear, synthetic hair, that that's any knock on her in any kind of way. I'm just saying, most of the time, well, in my case, 100% of the time, when I've said when I've said the words aloud, like, "Oh, babe," like, because different girls I've dated or whatever, "Oh, babe, you look better with your natural hair." I meant that shit. I meant it. I was telling the truth. But look, I get it. I get it. I get it. And it's not that it looks bad. I just prefer all natty. If that's not your thing, then fine. Clearly, if no one liked it, I don't think it would be such a popular thing. But then again, it's based in deceit. Like you wouldn't necessarily. The whole point is so that most onlookers, unless you're like physically touching them, the whole idea, right, is that you wouldn't necessarily know that it's not real hair. So, as with all things, it is, as they say, it's complicated. I would still, however, rest on that fact that I just think generally it does look just looks better if it's natural. Human evolution has had a lot more time to work on it than the hairstylists have. The hair engineers, who even comes up with that stuff? That's what's crazy to think is even with industries like, gaming and well, gaming it's kind of obvious, but even things like, cosmetics, stuff like that, it's still engineering. You know, excuse me. There's a saying there's a sweaty nerd somewhere making the shit that you like, even if it doesn't equate to, what we would define as nerdy like in society, like makeup. Makeup doesn't come under fire. We just accept it. Tally ho, cheerio, tally ho, cheerio, ba ba da. Botswana, 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 Chana, mana, mana, ba, 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 ba. All right, now we are faced with this. Okay. Oh, that's man. I swear, I'm gonna get back to it. I swear, I'm gonna get back to it. But I kid you not, I was gonna wash my hands because my shit was feeling sticky, and then we'll get back to it. So just relax, relax your little giblets. Everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe it's the my beard oil. I don't know, but something. I did not wash something off adequately, and it's sticking up on my fingers. All right, so that, and I need that little green box. Where would it have gone? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Uh, I have just a little green box of alcohol pads. Aha. Da, 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 da. And get on, za, za, za. Okay, right there. Booyah. Let's go. Ah, ah, ah. Get off my sticky keys. Inadvertent sticky keys. Come on now. Come on now. That's much better. It's, and always clean your keys. Always clean your keys. Mhm. Oh yeah, get all that. Yeah. Yep. And last but not least, don't forget the mouse, brother. The mouse. Cool. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. Okay. Oh, that feels way better. Yeah. Let's revisit control transfer statements in the context of loops. Recall from chapter 5 that control statements change the typical order of execution. In the context of a loop, you control whether execution iterates to the top of the loop or leaves the loop altogether. Let's elaborate on the space shooter game to see how this works. You are going to use the continue control transfer statement to stop the loop where it is and begin again from the top, which we did do. Yes. And then we were breaking it down. Okay. We're showing the sidebar results as they appear the first time execution pauses. Okay, good. We got the same thing. 101, true, 101. Well, we didn't get 101 times, but we got it. We got the figure here. Oh, maybe it's in the console. It's a lost cause, I think. Okay. You have added a good bit of code, so let's break it down. First, you added, okay, yeah. Shields is an integer that keeps track of the shield strength. It is initialized with the value of 5. Blasters overheating is a bool that keeps track of whether the blasters need time to cool down, and it's initialized as false. Blaster fire count is an int that keeps track of the number of shots the spaceship has fired. Okay. And it's initialized with 0. After creating your variables, you wrote 2 if statements, both contained in a while loop. Aquí. If, yep. Both contained in a while loop with a condition of shields greater than 0. Yeah. The first if statement checks whether the blasters are overheating, and the second checks the fire count. If blasters overheating, do this stuff. If blaster count greater than 100, then set blaster overheating to true, and then continue. Okay. For the first, if the blasters are overheating, a number of code steps execute. You log information to the console, so line 19. You wait for 5 seconds, line 20, which models the blaster's cooldown phase. Okay. You next log that the blasters are ready to fire again. Yes. Wait 1 more second, simply because it makes it easier to see what logs to the console next. Set blaster overheating to false, because you just went through the cooldown cycle. And also reset blaster fire count to 0. I see. Line 24. Okay. So while shields are greater than 0, All shields greater than zero, blaster overheating. Oh, okay, okay, okay. And then that's okay. Okay, so with shields intact and blasters cooled down, the spaceship is ready to fire away. The second if statement, line 26, checks whether blaster fire count is greater than 100. If this conditional evaluates to true, you set the Boolean for blaster overheating to be true. If it evaluates true, then you set it to be true. Okay. At this point, the blasters are overheated. Line 27. So you need a way to jump back up to the top of the loop so that the spaceship does not fire. Okay. If this conditional evaluates to true, you set the Boolean for blasters overheating to be true. At this point, the blasters are overheated, so you need a way to jump back to the top of the loop so the spaceship doesn't fire. You use continue to do this. Okay. So that, in the absence of that, it would not come back and start over. Okay. Because the spaceship's blasters have overheated, the conditional in the first if statement, wait, if conditional in the first if statement, will evaluate to true. Go false. Blaster overheating true. Continue. Wait, what? So because the spaceship's blasters have overheated, the conditional in the first if statement will evaluate to true. Oh, wait, no. You because it should and the blasters will shut down to cool off. True. Oh, right, because okay, so sorry. By default, i- that's what the if uh that's what the if is doing. So operates implicitly on evaluation to true of the condition. Okay. The second if statement checks for the okay. If the second conditional is evaluated to be false, the second one here, you log to the console as before. Next, you increment the blaster fire count by 1. Continue. So this is this not, I guess that's what kind of threw me that because continue isn't sending it to the back, it's letting it pop out so that we get here. Otherwise, if the second condition, or where did they say about the continue do set blasters overheating because top, where the fuck? What kind of turd font? I just want to search this page, bro. All right, fine. We'll just reread the whole thing. Shields, continue. Where did it go? First statement and second determines models next log. Okay. Jeez. All right. You use continue to do this. So at this point, the blasters are overheated. So you need a way to jump back up to the top of the loop so that the spaceship does not fire. So that it does not fire. I don't know. I mean, the top of the loop meaning what? But maybe it doesn't really matter. But let's just keep going because that like, visually to me the program would come down here still. So that to say it goes to the top of the loop, if that evaluates to true, then I continue to go to the top of the loop. But what about? Oh, but it needs to stop it from firing. So you wouldn't necessarily want to say that. Maybe that's it. I think that's it. Jumping to the top. If I mentioned other. Okay, next if the second is evaluated to false. Okay. At this point, the blasters are overheated, so you need a way to jump back to the top of the loop so that the spaceship does not fire. Okay. Guess I'm wondering where are we like if this defines scope, where am I getting back to the point where I'm saying that this is or maybe that's just always false and that's where it starts, but the actual that's probably what it is. Okay. Yeah, that's probably. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Fuck. I mean, damn. Okay, I get it. Pardon my French. It just helps me to talk however I want. So the second station is the second station. Okay. If the second conditional was evaluated to be false, you log to the console as before. Next, you increment the buzz frame by one, and then the loop repeats. Yeah, either iterate, and either iterate again or hand off the flow of execution to the line immediately after the closing brace of the loop. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Absolutely. Figure 6.6 shows the flow of execution. I swear, oftentimes I will struggle and fight because I need to work it out in my little pea brain before I just see the answer. If I just see the answer, I get this false sense of I get this false sense of understanding that totally leaves me the second I no longer have like the material. So I need a way. I got to get there, on my own to commit it to memory, so to speak. But anyway, okay, so 6.6. So where the fuck is it? Continue loop. Okay, R shield 0. No. Exit. Do not execute. Or are they greater than 0? No. Oh, okay, because they can't fire with no shields. Are shields greater than 0? Yes. Are they overheating? No. Is the fire count greater than 100? No. Fire blasters increment the blaster count. Are blasters overheating? Yes. Enter cooldown. Reset the fire count. Is the fire count greater than 100? Yes. Set to overheating. Continue the loop. Are the shield 0? Okay. Very, very handy. Yeah, see, so, I mean, clearly, I know there are those that would define things of this nature as whiteboard masturbation, but if you can sit somebody down and explain something like this, and I mean, I'm assuming they've asked for help, or you can just kind of identify that they don't understand it. Do that for them. I mean, goddamn, this is great. Okay, I'm sure that casts a wide net. So when people say, "Oh, like whiteboard masturbation," I hate that. You know, whether they're talking about this or not doesn't really matter. My point is that diagrams have their place in this world. Certainly for learning. I mean, that helps a lot in my eyes. Um, and actually, it's part of the reason why I'll have to show you guys once I get there. I won't open it. I just want to point it out for now. There's this app called MonoDraw. It's on Mac OS only, I assume. Uh, but it's really neat because it lets you diagram things in this manner, right? So you can create diagrams, but then it takes your drawing and it converts it. You know, when people do those like fancy, like if you ever use the package NeoFetch on Linux, where it'll use text characters to create some image, but you can tell it's just, or like, or some like a popular one is like a cow, it creates a little cow, you know what I'm saying? Um, I think there's a little command you can run cow say or whatever that does that, but whatever. The point is, what's really neat, and the reason I wanted that program, something that would really help me, because a lot of the MRP style calculations that I'm gonna have to write are gonna have loops that look like this, maybe with like another tree or two. And if you can turn that image into raw text, that means it can live in your code. So then you can have a visual representation of the model, which to me is infinitely more useful than code comments. Not to say code comments don't have their uses, but to actually explain code holistically in terms of how it operates within a system and not just within the scope of like this block of syntax, um, that's wildly useful. So yeah. Anyway, okay. So note that this code will execute indefinitely. It is an infinite loop. There is nothing to change the value of shields, right? So while shields greater than 0 is always satisfied, if nothing changes and your computer has enough power to run forever, the loop will continue to execute, which we saw. Wait, is it? It's running right now? Liar. But now it will, right? Oh, cool. We finally saw it. Wait, how did? Oh shit. Oh, wow. Yeah, I see. So each time it's gonna rattle off 100 fire blasters. Okay. I got you. Okay, stop that. All right. It would have ran if 7 times. But oh my gosh, excuse me. Uh, but all games must come to an end. Let's say that the game is over when the user has destroyed 500 space demons. To exit the loop, you will use the break control transfer statement, which, what do we add here? Okay, var blaster count, var space demons destroyed equals 0. While shields. Oh, I see. So while shields inside here destroyed is equal to the value of 500. Double equal operator or equality operator, value equality operator, double equal sign, 500 space print, you beat the game. And then stop, break, man shift enter. Hmm. Is equal to 500. Oh, but I got it at 0. Duh. Okay, so that wouldn't have affected it necessarily. I'm going to go and stop it. Okay. And then down here, yeah, okay. We also Tracking them kills now, baby. Space demons destroyed. Increment operator 1. Increment by 1. Command Shift Enter. Blaster overheated. Cooldown initiated. Blaster ready to fire. Cooldown initiated. Oh, so I suppose I should. Oh, there it goes. So I needed to run 5 times 500 enemies each time. So it assumes perfect accuracy, I suppose. Each blast is a kill, or it's a big fucking gun. One of those two. All right. Well, so we beat the game. So note the use of break. The break control transfer statement will. Oh, I didn't read this part. Here you add a new variable called space demons destroyed, which is incremented each time the blasters fire. You are a pretty good shot. Okay, apparently. Next, you add a new if statement that checks whether the value of space demon destroyed is 500. If it is, you log victory to the console. Note the use of break. The break control transfer statement will exit the while loop. And execution will pick up on the line immediately after the closing. Wait. And execution will pick up on the line immediately after the closing brace of the loop. Line 40. Yeah? Is that is right? So in Vim, you can go to the into your scope, hit the percent sign. Ooh, and it'll take you right to the that is so handy. Okay, yeah, so line 40. All right, so note the use of break-in. We saw that blasters do not, the user destroyed 500 space demons. Game is won. The blasters do not need to fire anymore. Now your new, now your loop is no longer infinite. The sidebar results in listing 6.7. Show the final results. Oh, excuse me. In 6.7. Where was 6.7? This is 6.7. You beat the game. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Silver Challenge. FizzBuzz is a game used to teach division. FizzBuzz. Create a version of the game that works like this. For every value in a given range, print out fizz. For every value in a given range, print out fizz. If the current number is evenly divisible by 3, huh? Current number is evenly divisible by 3. The current number is evenly divisible by 3, which we saw earlier, so I can just jank that code. If it's evenly divisible. Oh, the modulo. Okay, yeah. Okay. If the number is evenly divisible by 5, print out buzz. If the number is evenly divisible by both 3 and 5, then print out fizzbuzz. If the number is not evenly divisible by 3 or 5, then simply print out the number. For example, over the range of 1 through 10, playing fizzbuzz should yield 1, 2, fizz, 4, buzz, fizz, 7, 8, fizz, buzz. Because, okay, divisible, yeah. Computers love to play fizz buzz. The game is perfect for loops and conditionals. Loop over the range from 0 to 100 and print fizz, buzz, or the number appropriately for each number in the range. For bonus points, solve fizz buzz with both an if-else conditional and if-else and a switch statement. When using the switch statement, make sure to match against a tuple in its various cases. Okay, sure. Do that for you. I insert. Yep, good so far. Now, What? For example, if Fizzbuzz is a game music version of the game, if the current is version of the game, for every value in a given range, let or print out Fizz. Okay, let thing be a type int equal. Oh wait, maybe I don't want to do that. Wait, for every value in a given range. Oh no. Yeah, let value equals 0. Um, did it start with switch? Switch. And then oh, maybe let's start with if else because I already have an example here. That value if value. If the number is evenly divisible by 5, print out buzz. Okay, so if value, I don't know if you can do that, but I'm going to try. But it doesn't tell you what it's supposed to start out with for, let's just do it this way. Switch 1 through, wait, I forgot all my training. Where, I have to go look at the fucking thing again. God damn it. Oh my gosh. You see what I'm saying? When you got to do it yourself, it's so easy when you got to, when it's sitting there. I forgot what I was looking at. Switch statements. Um, Damn, how far do we go? Loops? What does it want me to do? Here, for every value in a given range. Print out fizz. If the current number is evenly divisible by 3. Okay. Oh man. Ooh, I want to do it without looking, but I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. Can I steal answers from here? Var shield equal 5. How did they set it up? Var blaster fire count equals 0. So I could do. This isn't what I want though. That's I in 1 through 100. Where does it tell? Oh, it is 100. Okay, loop over the range from 1 through 100 and print. Yeah, okay. So first we need for every value in a given range, print out fizz if the current number is evenly divisible by 3. Evenly divisible by 3. Um, can I do it like this? If I mod 3 if wait if the current number is evenly divisible by 3 for every value in a given range, print out fizz if the current number is evenly divisible by 3. Yeah, and modulo 3 is equal to 0. then print buzz or fit for fizz. Print fizz. Okay. Um, if the number is print out buzz, okay. If I mod 5, then print buzz. Um, if the number is equally divisible by 5, both 3 and 5. If I mod 3 equals 0 and I mod 5, oops, 5 equals 0. Oops, print fizzbuzz. If the number is not evenly divisible by 3 or 5, simply print out the number. End of the line, dollar sign, capital A to the end of the line. I want to do if, actually, wait, do with the Vim weight. Go down, and I need to visual select, line down, line down, line down. Y to yank it. Back up where I want it. P to paste. Oh yeah, baby. What a pro. All right. Oh wait, I think I is that an extra one? There. That is extra one. Okay, so oh yeah. So if I and it doesn't equal 0 and print I. No, can't do that. Argument type int expected to be an instance. What? What do you mean I can't print? I can't print the iterator? I thought if I named it, I could use it. Argument type int. Hmm. Well, I wonder if Oh, well, maybe I can do like no, I can't do that. God damn it, I didn't pay enough attention. I didn't. I thought I did. I didn't. I didn't do it. So now I'm just curious if this would even, is this good? Before I look up, before I look up the answer. Okay, what does that do? Fizz, buzz. That didn't do anything. Or, oh wait, it did something. So would one be fizz? Well, fizz is, okay, yeah, that's it. Fizz, buzz, fizz, buzz. I just need to see it. I just need to see it. Yep. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm running to the AI. Generator, because get rid of this. I'm gonna be mad when I see it too. Damn, must be difficult. Now let's try. What the hell is going on? My internet gets slow again? Why can't I have nice things, man? Why? That's my fault. My bad. Please provide a swift solution to this. I just want to see a. No. Please provide a swift language solution to this. This thing loves to give you some fucking Python. God damn, I'm so sick of Python, dude. Just fuck off. All right, so employee validation for number. Man, what the hell? Okay, so let's see. For number in 1 through 100, so the that's your iterator for number in 1 through 100. If number, so it could just as well be I. See how far off I was. Um, that part's okay. If I mod 15. Oh, because 3 and 5. Oh, hot dog, you son of a gun. So I wonder if that is the same thing, or if that would give you same. Okay, so for I or for number in 1 through 100, if number mod 15 to get us our FizzBuzz requirement, else if number 3 print fizz, else if number 5 or mod 5, else print number. Why couldn't I? Oh, because I didn't have an else. That's why I didn't let me do it. So I was on the right track, but I forgot my. You can't just do a bunch of ifs. It's else if you're gonna do it that way, which I think I would still prefer. I'd rather get comfortable with the switch statements because they're cleaner to me anyway. If and else if and else if. Okay, so I'm gonna. I know but I already typed it so that doesn't break the rules. So I want to take this one, and that's our if else, but that wasn't even the right, or that's not what they wanted us to do. So we want to learn the switch statement way anyway. So let's see that. So please provide the same solution using a switch statement. Where'd you go? Come back. Bro, like, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, trying to stay positive, baby. I'm trying to stay positive. Okay. Certainly a switch statement in Swift can make the code look cleaner, especially when dealing with multiple conditions. I agree. I do this switch case. Switch case. Let me write it down. Because I had the same struggle in SQL. I couldn't tell you why, but like insert into values, like that whole thing. I don't know why, but these sequences take a while to sink in. But once I get them, it's to the heart, baby. Oh, what happened? Okay, good. Okay, so or actually, where's my big notebook? Ah, ooh, you can tell I do this a lot. Slide, 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 slide on them, slide on them, slide on them, slide on them. Get buckets, get buckets, get buckets. Okay, I'm gonna do. Oh, this is good. Okay. All right, so Swift, Swiftology 101. And there is for number. If you're curious, I'll do it in Excalibur too. Why not? Switch. Okay, so it's for keyword, iterator or wildcard in your range. Squiggly. Switch. Switch. Okay, so those are just cases. So number, yeah, so or expressions. So thing the note there is you can separate them with the comma, multiple cases. and then, or if you want to match more than one case, 3, 5, case true or false, case true, false. What? Okay. So it's saying if it meets the criteria as a multiple of 3, so if the first expression is true, the second is false, print fits here. Because it observes the sequence of the tuple. Now, if you were to name these, right, we could do that. Let's try that. Because I think, make sure I'm getting it right because you're, So, I and Pete, P. No, damn it. Give me this. Give me that. Give me that. Why is it doing that? Oh, why is it doing that? Give me this. It's only giving me that first part. Oh, so I wonder if that's, I guess that's by design. I don't know if regular Vim is like that, but I bet if I go insert mode and then I can, right? Control, yeah. Oh no, but it's not bringing it over. Oh no, that's it. I get this off. Okay. Shucks. All right, my bad. All right, so for number in 1 through 100, switch number, blah, blah, blah. And why did I want this in here? I was gonna try something if we did. Oh yeah. So we could name these, right? But I guess wouldn't necessarily want to, but you could. Like if I do ab and no, I'm not. This is okay. No. Never mind. I'm thinking of a tuple for this is multiple cases, so this isn't gonna work anyway. So and that doesn't matter. Okay, forget what you saw. I follow now. Let's make it this way now. Okay, so for number, let me finish doing this. Switch multiple cases. Then we got a case statement. Case true, false. Semicolon, print, and then we do it again. Okay, so we can nest multiple case false true. And then eventually close here. Okay. All right. So then, man, shift, enter. Oh, it's running all that other stuff. Beat the game again real quick. Yeah. Guess I could have. All right. So 1, 2. Just want to make sure what I'm committing to memory here is correct. So if it's not a multiple of 3 or 5, it should just print the number, which that looks correct based off the numbers that we're seeing. And then 15, so 14, 15 should be FizzBuzz, 30 would be FizzBuzz. Cool. Yeah. 45, yeah, multiples of 50. Okay. 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 So so good. So that let me just stare at it for a little bit just to make sure I am absorbing this knowledge. Number one. Um, yeah. So out of curiosity, no, 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 no. I just want to ask if this, yeah, yeah, is there, I really have two questions for the Oracle here. The multiple, the multiple cases. I wish it would show you line numbers so you could just tell it what line number you're referring to, but that's okay. It's already doing so much, I just not gonna, fine, it's fine. Is there one other way to express the multiple cases as it is being done here? Oh, look at that. So we create a variable divisibility code. Yeah. Okay, so we move the math up here into the variable equal for number in 1 to 100, let divisibility code equal number. So same concept. Is that what? What the fuck? Oh, the shorthand. Okay. We create a variable divisibility code which is computed for each number in the loop. Okay. The code uses a ternary operator to check divisibility by 3 and 5. So by 3 and 5. By 3 and 5. I forgot what that's shorthand for the if else, right? I think that's what it is. Uh, um, so ternary check divisibility by 5. If the number is divisible by 3, it adds 1 to the divisibility code. 0, Oh, that's right. So this is like saying, yeah, if this is true, then one, else zero. And then this is saying, if this is true, then make divisibility code equal to 2, else 0. That way we can catch here only the ones divisible by 3 because the code will be set to 1. So we print fizz as per the requirements. Same with case 2, buzz only for 5 if it's both. Fizz buzz. If not, print the hot dog. I think I like that one the best. Okay, that one makes the most sense to me actually. Or it's the cleanest to me. Shucks, man. Okay, so okay. Yeah. Okay, I gotta write that down too. Okay, sorry. I'm not apologizing to you for. Oh, you damn thing. Sorry. Shut up. All right, so let me just write this down. Number. Yeah. So number 3 equals 0, then 1, else 0. Oh, because you're adding them. Genius. Genius. Absolutely genius. Okay, so I get you. So that really is, I was wondering if it was doing, it doesn't matter. It is, it's just math. It is just math, and you guys probably already figured this out. So, eh, 2, else 0, and then you can use that to define inside a let, and then that would be switch. That's what I wanted to do against the, okay, yeah, that was the example I was actually going for, but I was way the hell off, even though it was like 40% correct, but still. But yeah, I like this because it lets you pull the logic out, which I'm a fan of. Branch, and then yeah, case 2 and case 3. Default print number. Okay. Hot diggity dog. All right. So what's that took a hot minute, but that was worth it. I think that was worth it. Man. So you can see how we're gonna have to pick up the pace. No, I mean honestly, I'm going at the pace that I can, frankly. That's all that it boils down to. That's all it boils down to. That's what I'm saying. If you truly want to go at your own speed and you like the contents of the book itself, man, go buy the book. You know, no one's gonna do it for you. I could get hit by a bus. I can't be your motivation. You got to be your own motivation. But surely come back because I'm not going anywhere today, so I doubt I'll get hit by a bus, but it's possible, I suppose. You never know, but it would be much less likely. Okay, so now that we got to a new chapter, we're going to cut it off there, guys. Thank you so much for watching, whoever joined, whoever may see this in the future. I hope this helps you, if nothing else, to see a man struggle. Okay, just know that this is what learning looks like. It might look a little cleaner for you, but damn it, it takes time, it takes energy and persistence. And on that note of persistence and consistency, we'll be back tomorrow with episode 5 of the Swift Learn Along. And tonight will be, if you're following the Halo stream, And you should tune in for day 26. Today is day 26 of 100 days of ranked Halo, where I am trying to return to the days of old, get my skills back. It's a good time. We'll have a good time. I stream for about 2 hours. I'm going to start doing it at 9 Central, which is around the time I've been doing it. So if you've been watching, then I'll be on around the same time. But that's what I'm aiming for now. So I told y'all I would eventually try to get on an official schedule, and for streaming for sure, um, it's 9 p.m. Central to 11, maybe later some days if I'm killing. But other days, oh. No, it's been tough though, man. It's been tough. I've been getting my ass just creamed, I'm telling you. But um, pause. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. We're gonna pick it up again tomorrow. I'm gonna try to start streaming by 10 a.m. Central, at the latest 10:30. Okay, but tune back in, follow along, give me a sub, give me a like, donate, Kickstarter, fuck it. No, but seriously, thank you guys for watching, and I bid you adieu. Adieu. Good day to you. Good day to you, sir. Good day to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Uh-huh. Mm. Oh, wait. I didn't get my, oh, shit. Hey. Ooh, official. The stream is ending, baby. What you still doing here, man? Go home. Go home. You ain't gotta go home, but you ain't, damn it. How does that go? You ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. All right, guys. I love y'all. I don't know y'all.